Hello there, you amazing viewers and subscribers, and welcome to a brand new Doctor Who video for today. So for this episode, we are looking into the next episode of Everything I Own from every season of Doctor Who. And episode 10, we are looking into season 12. Season 12, it is Tom Baker's very first season as the incredible fourth incarnation of the Doctor. So like I've done for the rest of these, where I talked about from season 1 down to season 11, Season 12, I'm going to be showing you what I own in the Target book range, the VHS range, the DVD range, and of course the Blu-ray range. Now, a little bit I'm going to say about this season. It is an incredible season, which was broadcast from the 28th of December 1974 all the way down to the 10th of May 1975. Plus, it is an interesting season as well, because one, we have a new Doctor, we have Unit Only for One story. We go to Ark, we see the return of three basically villains from the Doctor's past. So let's dive in. So Target book range, I only own 4 out of 5 stories for the Target book range, and I'm still trying to get my hands on the story that I need to complete the Target book range. So the first story I have is Doctor Who and the Giant Robot, which is basically the Target novelization of Robot, Tom Baker's very first story. And it follows on from the regeneration of Planet of the Spiders. I actually do need to give this book another read, because it's been a while since I've read it, and I kind of want to get my review out on this Target book. The next book I own is, of course, Doctor Who and the Ark in Space, written by Ian Marter, aka the actor that played Harry Sullivan. As well, I really do like that artwork with the Rowan and the Fourth Doctor. And then, of course, the Target book range, I own Genesis of the Daleks. Again, Tom Baker meeting Davros, Target book range. I actually love the Target book range, and it does follow on from the TV episode really well. And then the final book I own is Doctor Who, The Revenge of the Cybermen, written by Terrance Dicks. So that is all the Target books I own. Unfortunately, I am missing the Santoran Experiment, as you can probably tell. So I do need to get my hands on that Target book to complete season 12 on the Target book range. Now jumping into the VHS range. So for the VHS range, I own quite a few. One story I own twice in the 2 different formats. One's from the early 90s and one's from the late 90s. So let's dive into it, shall we? So the first story I own from season 12 is, of course, Robot. And I got this from eBay with a massive bundle of Doctor Who VHS tapes from the 1st, 2nd, 3rd and 4th, 5th and of course the 7th Doctors. No 6th Doctor for some reason. And I picked up Robot, and I do like artwork where you got the robot kind of growing bigger and bigger and bigger, or is it going from big to small? And of course I do absolutely love this one, and this was released back in 1992. Then of course I own the VHS version from 1989, The Ark in Space. I do like artwork, but I'm kind of disappointed with that imagery of Tom, because this is from season 12 and that costume is from season 14. So I wish we kind of had a decent picture of Tom in his season 12 outfit on the VHS cover. Unfortunately, I do not own the double pack with the Santoran Experiment and Genesis of the Daleks, but I do own Genesis of the Daleks from the Davros collection, which is, as you can tell, it's a fantastic limited edition set with all the stories from Davros, from Genesis of the Daleks down to Remembrance of the Daleks. And of course, this is Genesis of the Daleks. And the one thing is, I haven't really watched it yet, because if you look, it is still in its ceiling. I haven't really took it out of the ceiling yet, so I still need to give that one a watch on VHS. And Genesis of the Daleks. And then, of course, I own not 1 but 2 copies of Revenge of the Cybermen. This one came out in the late 80s, and this came out in the late 90s. As you can tell, when I show you the VHS, you can tell this is the actual proper old one by the blue label before they let it go onto green. And of course we have this little type silvery brown colour on top of the VHS player. So we've got that one. I do like artwork with Tom and the Simon from Revenge. I haven't really got the original one, which came out on Betamax. I haven't really got that one in the collection, so I'm hoping to track that down at some point. And then, of course, I own the Revenge of the Cybermen, the later edition with it, and show the difference between the VHS tape. That's when they go into the black with the using, as well. It tells you all the stuff that you can get from the Doctor Who range that was out at the time, from book range to VHS, and of course, I believe CD. No, yeah, CD. And that is it for the VHS range. So jumping into the DVD range now. So for season 12, I kind of got 3 stories, different ones, but one is signed and the other ones aren't. So I've got Robot. Again, I love the whole little copy of the K-Ron robot being copied and pasted quite a few times. And I like Tom's face looking a bit serious there with Elizabeth Sladen. Then, of course, I own the Ark in Space, the original release from the early 2000s. Then, of course, I own another copy, but this one is signed by Tom Baker. Unfortunately, I haven't really met Tom Baker yet. I picked this up at Comic-Con in a box of DVDs. And when I saw the Tom Baker signature, I'm like, right, that's it, I've got to get it. Because it's got Tom Baker's name on it. So I picked it up. And then, of course, I own the Doctor Who, the Ark in Space Special Edition. Look at that picture with Niva, something like that, and the ribbon at the side. Then, of course, the Santoran Experiment, as you can see. Now, this is the first time I actually own it on Doctor Who media. I don't own it on VHS or the Talkie Book range. Then, of course, Genesis of the Daleks. And, of course, Revenge of the Cybermen. And then, luckily for season 12, I own Doctor Who, the Collection Range season 12. With all 5 stories, brand new and restored into HD. 5.1 surround sound on the Ark in Space and Genesis of the Daleks. And of course, with new updated special effects for Revenge of the Cybermen. What is my favourite version for season 12? I've got to say it is the Blu-ray, because 1, it's in high definition. 2, 5.1 surround sound. And of course, new CGI effects for Revenge of the Cybermen. So that is everything I own from season 12 down to, well, from Talkie Book range to VHS range to the DVD range and of course the Blu-ray range. Join me for episode 11 next week, where I show you everything I own of season 13. Thank you for watching and have a magnificent day.